crazy summer road trip, Jennifer Kwan.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters guests and honored dignitaries. There I was, getting ready to start my summer break. I gotta do something crazy. But what to do? I know, I've never been to SeaWorld before. Water shows. All right, there we have it. San Diego, here I come. So I fill up my car with gas and I get ready to hit the road. And just as I was about to enter the freeway, I noticed a handsome gentleman by the side. He looked like a hitchhiker. Pretty strange to have hitchhikers in LA, but I couldn't help but notice that he was exactly my type. 6 foot tall, medium build, beautiful eyes. Probably 30, probably single. He motioned for me to roll down my window. Excuse me, you wouldn't be headed to San Diego now, would you? Well, I took that as a sign from the Lord, so I gave him a ride. There I was, sitting pretty on the 5 freeway, headed to San Diego with a very handsome man by my side. My summer is off to a pretty good start. During the ride, my name's Jack, by the way. Well, nice to meet you, Jack. There's this great little Irish pub, the exit before my house. Please let me treat you to a nice dinner as a thank you. Well, certainly, I'd love that. So we go to the Irish pub, have a beautiful meal. Jack and I have a great time. And then he strikes up a conversation. You know, you have a beautiful smile. Well, thank you for noticing. And just when things were getting cooked up between me and Jack, we get interrupted by this large gentleman that approaches our table. Jack, hey, it's great to see you. Larry, hey, great to see you. You know, I'm glad I ran into you. You see, that car you sold me broke down. I had to hitchhike all the way back over here. I don't suppose you could take it back. And then suddenly, Larry, the large man that he was, gets furious red, and he lets Jack have it. Maybe you ought to take better care of your car. And suddenly, the gentlemen get into a heated argument with me inconveniently caught in the middle of it. And then I noticed Jack make a fist and let Larry have it. Pow! Larry falls over to the ground. His car keys fall out of his pocket. Jack takes advantage of the moment, grabs the car keys, grabs my arm, and he says, "Let's get out of here!" We're running out of the pub as fast as we could. We approach what appears to be Larry's truck. Jack starts the engine. Larry comes limping out of the pub. "Jack, stop!" Jack shouts right back at him in anger. "I paid for a functioning truck, and a functioning truck is what I'm going to get." My dear. This is not exactly what I had in mind for a crazy summer. Suddenly, I found myself as a car thief. I could see my face on the wanted poster. Fortunately, the ride back to Jack's house was short. We park in his driveway. "I'm sorry you had to be a part of that back there, Jennifer. You see, Larry and I, we've got a special business relationship. I can see that. Tell you what, in a couple of hours after Larry's cooled off, I bet you would have forgotten the whole thing. I'll drive you back to your car and you can go home." Sounds good to me. Really, he'll forget the whole thing. You're good. I don't know about that, but okay. But then he strikes up a conversation again. "You know, you really do have a great smile. What's a girl like you doing without a boyfriend anyway?" And it looked like we were going to leave off the conversation where we left off at the pub. And suddenly, you know what happens? We get another interruption. This time, a female voice from the back. "Babe, is that you?" Out comes this beautiful, tall, blonde. I didn't like the looks of this. Jack runs out to embrace her and introduces her to me as Kelly, his girlfriend. She looks at me and says, "Nice to meet you, Jennifer." Yeah, it's nice to meet you too, whatever. She looks at me and she says, wow, you've got a beautiful smile. Are you single? Okay, why is Jack's girlfriend checking out my smile and wondering if I'm single? Kelly looks at Jack. Jack and her look at each other and say, wouldn't she be perfect for Elmer? Elmer, who's Elmer? Doesn't exactly sound like an attractive name, if you ask me. So Kelly runs into the house, comes back with Elmer, who I presume to be Elmer. By the way, he is exactly not my type. Not 6 foot tall, not medium build, if you know what I mean. Not beautiful eyes. But to his credit, he was in his 30s and he was single. Comes up to me. Jennifer, this is Elmer. Elmer, this is Jennifer. Nice to meet you. I look at him, and it seems like he was the type that's never made human eye contact with another human being in his whole life. You gotta excuse Elmer, Kelly says. You see, he's a good friend of the family. He gets really shy at first, but I think you two would really hit it off. He warms up to smiley people, and he's single. And before Kelly could say another word, I stopped her right then and there. Well, it was really great to meet you guys. I think I really wow, look at the time. I gotta get out of here. Jack, Kelly, nice to meet you. Elmer, don't call me. Bye. I was so motivated, I ran all the way back to the pub, got in my car, started the engine, and I just headed to the freeway. I wanted to get the heck out of there. SeaWorld would just have to wait another day. And I pull up, get ready to hit the 5 freeway northbound. And then, what do you know? Another handsome gentleman on the road. Exactly my type again. Hitchhiker, 6 foot tall, medium build, beautiful eyes, definitely 30s, definitely single, probably, I hope. He motions for me to roll down my window. Excuse me, you wouldn't be headed to Los Angeles now, would you? I looked at him and I said, depends. Are you single and do you have any friends named Elmer?